Hey, what's going on, everybody? Bereghostgames here, and welcome to our second edition of our Friday Q&A with Bear. Today is May 22nd. It is Friday, another glorious day of some Q&A. I want to say thank you so much for the support last video. You guys are simply amazing. I didn't expect this series to do that well. I mean, let me rephrase that. I expected it to do well. I just didn't expect it to do as well as it did. There were so many questions. I was just so excited to see so many people wanted to be a part of this interaction, and I'm very, very proud of how this thing has taken off. It really has taken off, and I'm really, really excited to see this. So yeah, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this. So first question up is by Cool Army Dude. Is YouTube your main job? It is now, Cool Dude. Roughly almost a year, just over a year ago, I quit doing my full-time job and took the leap into doing YouTube as a full-time career to support myself and my wife and my two kids. And it's definitely been something that at the beginning was very scary, because anything to do with your income and supporting your family is scary. You know, that initial leap is pretty scary, but we're doing it. You know, we're very, very happy, and it's all because of you guys. You know, watching our videos. So never forget that, guys. That it's all because of you guys is what helps us do what we do. So yes, YouTube is my full-time career. Wacko Hamster asks, or says, I should say, Bear Ghost, you are very kind and nice. I respect you and love you and your fam. I have a question. Well, first, I'm your #1 fan. Awesome. I watch all of your videos. Awesome. And I want to know if there is like a mailbox that I can put letters and pics that I've made. Funny you should ask that. I've been really wanting to get a P.O. box, and I've been procrastinating. Why, I don't know, but I think I'm finally just gonna crack down and do it this week. Either today's Friday, so maybe, I don't know if the post office is open on Saturdays, but maybe Saturday or Monday, I'm just gonna I'm gonna make a video saying here's a P.O. box for everybody to send their fan mail and letters to. And yeah, so basically I'm gonna make a P.O. box, and you are going to go ahead and send me any pictures, letters, anything you guys want to do, and I'll create a whole nother series called, you know, the Bereghostgames fan mail, and then I'll maybe do those like, you know, once a week, or depending how much I get in. I may not get a whole lot of stuff, who knows. I may only get something where I can only do a video once a month, but yes, I will definitely make a P.O. box to where you can send that. The next question comes in from Tag the Awesome Guy. Bereghostgames, what game do you like playing with your family, and do you play video games when you're not recording? I enjoy playing, you know, we enjoy playing Roblox together. We enjoy playing Wizard 101. We love GTA 5. We absolutely love that. Anything that's 4-player and cooperative that we can have a lot of fun with, I absolutely love playing. And do I play video games when you're not recording? Not as much as I used to, unfortunately. I used to play games a lot when I wasn't recording, but now things have just gotten so busy. Occasionally I'll play maybe some GTA 5 online by myself, or I'll play other games I'm not even recording, like maybe some Diablo, or I used to play a little bit of World of Warcraft, you know, with me and my wife. But other than that, I don't play games like I used to anymore outside of my free time, just because I play them all day long. It's kind of like if you work for a gardening center, you don't want to go home and garden after spending 10 hours. It's the same, kind of like the same concept there. But next question, Victor Fabres, I think I'm saying that right. If I made you a drawing, what would you do? I would probably be very excited. I enjoy fan mail. Right now there's obviously nowhere to send fan mail, but if you did make me a drawing, I would be amazingly humble about it. I absolutely love stuff like that people make. So if I do the P.O. box, by all means, Victor, send me those pictures. Narath Hussein asks, Hi Bear, I have a game that maybe you and your family can play, School of Dragons. Anyways, I was wondering how your family got those awesome names. School of Dragons, good suggestion. I've never heard of it, but I'll go ahead and look into that and check that out. As far as how we got our names, I actually answered how I got my name in the last Bear Q&A video. But as far as how everybody else, Valadin, my son, Valadin was actually a character in, oh gosh, World of Warcraft that I made years and years and years ago. And my son loved the name Valadin, so that's how he got his name. He kind of just took that name and made a character and then started playing World of Warcraft and did that. Snapple, my daughter, she got her name because years when she was really, really young, her and my son and his friends were trying to create her a Roblox account, and there was literally a little bottle of Snapple sitting on her desk, and they looked at it and they're like, "Do you like Snapple?" And she's like, "Yeah." They're like, "All right." So they typed in Snapple on Roblox. Obviously, Snapple was taken. So Snapple 43. You know how if you create a name and it's not, or it's taken, and it gives you Snapple 1234, Snapple 78555293, Snapple blah blah blah. Well, anyway, Snapple 43 was the first selection that came up, and she said sure. Well, here we are, 10 plus years later, and Snapple 43 is still her name. Pixie Dust, my wife. She just loves Tinkerbell. She loves all that sort of, you know, girly fantasy sort of stuff, so that was kind of a given for her. Pixie Dust wasn't too difficult. Next one, gaming experience. Do I like cheese? Yes, I do. I like blue cheese dressing. Actual cheese, though, I like it. I like all sorts of cheese. I don't like the funky, you know, like the weird, like smelly type stuff, you know, like toe cheese. Gamer Bonbon the Bunny, in brackets, female, says, "Bear, I must ask, which is your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game, 1, 2, or 3? Oh, and when Five Nights at Freddy's 4 comes out in Halloween, please get it and play it. I'll always love you." Aw, well, thank you very much for that. Five Nights at Freddy's 1 is by far my most favorite one out of all of them because it's the easiest. I've yet to beat, and I think I beat the first one, but I never really posted too much of it. I played 2 and 3 on my channel, scared the living crap out of me, and I will get 4 and play it just for you, so thank you for recommending that. That's awesome, and I'll always love you. That was very sweet, by the way. Appreciate that. Zoe Abbott asks, "Can you consider playing the game The Wolf Among Us? It would be much appreciated if you consider playing this game. Hashtag AskBear." It's funny you mentioned that. I've already played it. If you search my channel for The Wolf Among Us, you'll see that I've already played all of the chapters that are concurrent and up to date. Telltale Games is the creator of that, and they only release like one chapter like every so many months on that game, and I've played all the chapters that are currently out. Go ahead and search my channel. You'll find it there. Fun Time Vids asks, "I have 3 questions. 1, do you guys do FGN on certain days, or is it just random?" We try to do them on certain days. We try to do them every Monday and Tuesday, just because it's the beginning of the week. We can record them and upload them all through the week. That way it's not on the weekends to where my kids are, you know, trying to hang out with friends, that sort of stuff. Can you guys do more Roblox? Not saying is it a demand or anything. You know, I think we're okay with the amount of Roblox we do. I think a lot of people have that idea that it's a Roblox only channel when it's a variety gaming for all ages channel. So a lot of people feel that, you know, they come and thinking that that's all they're going to see. We enjoy playing all sorts of games on our channel with adding in a couple of Roblox here and there. But I think we're very comfortable with the amount of Roblox that we currently upload right now. And the last one, can the whole family do Five Nights at Freddy's? If it was a multiplayer game, I don't think any Five Nights at Freddy's are multiplayer games. Next question. Tiara Edwards asks, question, how did you become famous in under 2 years? You've been on YouTube for about 3.5 years. Are you a YouTube god? Well, I don't really consider myself famous on YouTube. I try to remain as humble as possible. You know, I just consider myself that one little needle in the big haystack of YouTubers, because there's hundreds of thousands of YouTubers out there, ranging in the tens of millions of subscribers, all the way down to the people who just have a handful of subscribers that might be just their friends and family. And you're asking, how did I become famous in under 2 years? I still wouldn't consider myself famous, but I'll explain to you what my personal thoughts are on how people get to where they're at. And it's just pure luck. It's just about a think of it as a TV series. Somebody puts a lot of hard work, time, effort, money, blood, sweat, and tears into a TV series and crosses their fingers that it's going to be a hit, like Breaking Bad. Next thing you know, it's the top show watched. That's, I think, a lot of things about with like YouTube is with these YouTube entertainers like myself. I did it as a hobby. I would go and work an 8 to 10 hour work shift, you know, normal job. I would come home and record a video and then go to bed. I just did it as a hobby, and then, you know, people started watching it and really enjoying our videos. So I think that it's really a lot of luck, you know, that's going to, you know, kind of help you surpass that and, you know, kind of, you know, get that whole famous factor. Because I really don't think that somebody that's huge on YouTube had the mental goal 4 years ago when they started that I'm going to be #1 on YouTube. I'm going to do whatever it takes to smash the competition. Because I sure hope they don't have that mentality, but I know I don't. I went into it with, I'm doing this as a hobby. It became a full-time job. Great. I don't compete with any other YouTubers. I don't, you know, I do my own thing, and I'm very happy with where we are. So, as far as am I a YouTube god? I don't believe so. I'm just another guy playing video games for you guys. Next question, McKenna De Bruin asks, "Hi Bear Ghost. My question is, when you were younger, did you play video games as well? If so, what did you play?" Absolutely. Oh gosh, I played video games back in the early 80s, back on the Atari and television, the Coleco, Pong. Some of you are like, what's an Atari? But yeah, so I've played video games my entire life. And it's, you know what's kind of funny about it all is, years and years and years ago when I was really young, I was like, I want to play video games for a living. And of course your parents are like, ain't gonna happen. So I'm like, okay, I want to be a garbage man when I grow up. And they're like, really? I'm like, well, yeah, you get to wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning. You get to just drive around in a truck. And I wanted to be a garbage man. A lot of people wanted to, you know, I mean, obviously I wanted to be a cop and a firefighter and all that other stuff. But absolutely, by the way, to get back on topic, yes, I have played video games my entire, I've had every system ranging from the first Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, the Sega Genesis, the Sega CD, the Saturn, you name it. I've had every system up until now. So, great question, by the way. Matthew K asks, have you went go-karting before? Yes, I have. I actually built and made my own go-kart, like an actual, like, what is it, a 125cc go-kart. I got into that for a little bit, and I've gone to the local go-karting tracks and stuff like that. A lot of fun, actually. Cookie Cat asks, "Hey Bear, I got no question this time, but just want to say you're awesome, funny, and keep the videos going." That was my high five to you, by the way, since I can't, you know, if I like high five the camera, it would probably fall over and break, and then I wouldn't be able to do these anymore. Epic Kid 0303. What is your favorite sport? Probably soccer. I enjoy soccer a lot. I've been to a few soccer games. I watch soccer on TV a lot. I'd have to say that's probably my favorite. Milan Groenhoff asks, if you quit being part of YouTube, what will happen to your channel, and for how long will you stay part of YouTube? If I ever quit doing YouTube, what will happen to the channel? I probably would just leave it up. Because I've created so many memories, I've created so many hundreds of thousands of hours of content on my channel, I would probably just leave it up because, you know, let's just say I quit YouTube or YouTube falls apart in 5 years, 10 years, whatever, my kids can still go back and look at these videos and see how fun it was, you know. They could show their kids, hopefully YouTube's around in 15, 20 years, but they can go back and show their kids, hey, you know, look what I used to do with my dad, you know, look how fun this was, and maybe that'll kind of inspire their kids to, you know, do the same stuff we do. And your next question was, for how long will I stay part of YouTube? Honestly, as long as people keep enjoying our content, people still love what we do, I'm going to continue to do this as a full-time career as long as people keep watching and as long as people keep supporting and enjoying what we do, because I have a complete blast recording these videos for you guys. So just know that I'll always be here as long as you will be. Anyway, next question. Cannibal Worm asks, Bear, tell me how much you love us fans. I love you so much, I think I'll just give you a hug. Oh, sorry. No. Oh, am I squeak? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Sorry. I hugged the camera too hard. I'm sorry. Victoria Bonifacio asks, who picked the names for Miranda, Tyler, and Brianna's usernames, and what were your pets' names? And what are your pets' names? You are awesome. You make me feel like I'm part of your family, or like your next door neighbor. You are awesome. Well, I actually just answered that question for you at the beginning of the video on how we got our names. And what are our pets' names? I personally have 2 dogs, Bear and Pixie, the 2 English bulldogs. Those are the only pets that I have. The ones you guys have seen in previous videos, those were like Lexi, the little Chihuahua. That's my mother's dog. By the way, you are awesome. Thank you so much for that. That really means a lot to me. Nick Brandwan, I think I said that right. Here are 2 questions. Do you get annoyed when people say Brianna is hot? Sorry if I spelt that wrong. No, I don't get annoyed. I mean, you know, there's really not a whole lot I can do about it. I never get really annoyed with a lot of stuff. I mean, honestly, you gotta develop a pretty thick skin when you do YouTube. So only when people are inappropriate, you know, stuff like that, and they leave bad comments about my daughter or, you know, me, I don't care. They can say whatever they want about me. You know, I'm 36 years old. I've heard and seen it all. You know, it doesn't bother me. But when they say inappropriate stuff, we just ban them from the channel, and then that's it for them. But no, I don't get annoyed with stuff like that. Second question, do you take offense to when people hate or insult you? Meaning you actually take it like it's a real insult, or do you just ignore it? I think I actually just answered that, but no, the hate or insults towards me, I've had people tell me, they're like, oh dude, you're old and bald. You don't say. You know, but I shave my head. You know, sure I am, you know, I'm thinning! As, you know, the guy from the SpongeBob movie says, but, you know, I you know, that sort of stuff doesn't bother me. You know, people, I don't understand why people hate so much on the internet, but do I take it personal? No. I don't lay in bed all night and just think about that one guy that told me to go jump off a bridge, fall on some jagged rocks, roll down a hill, hopefully roll into a vat of acid, fall out of that, dump gasoline on myself and light it on fire. I don't sit up all night and worry about stuff like that, because you know what? People are gonna hate, so that's really all it is. I just ignore it, honestly. It doesn't bother me. J Star asks, what's up, Bear Ghost? I'm your biggest fan. I just wanted to ask some questions. How old is Pixie? Just don't tell me if you don't want to. I'm fine. She is forever 29. I think she always tells me to say. If she's watching this, I'm sorry if I said the wrong age. Who got into the biggest Who has gotten into the biggest trouble, Snapple or Valadin? I'd have to say Valadin has, because he's at that age where he's done, you know how kids are. You know, he was younger. Gosh, I think he was 8 or 9 or something like that. And he didn't know any better one day, and a bunch of his friends were standing outside of a local gas station. They're like, hey, dude, you know, go get us some Tic Tacs and a Kit Kat or something like that. And he's like, but I don't have any money. They're like, oh, just walk in there and take it. It's okay. And he's like, okay. So what does he do? He goes in there and grabs some Tic Tacs and Kit Kat and walks out of the store with it. Needless to say, the store rep was watching him. And then I get a nice greeting on my door. An officer brings Tyler to my door, and he's obviously crying because he's, 8 or 9 or 10. I don't remember how old he was. This was a long time ago. And he's like, just so you know, he got busted stealing some Tic Tacs and a Kit Kat, and they're not pressing charges. And so needless to say, he learned his lesson from that one. That was pretty funny. And the last part of your question was, what was the best family time you guys have ever had? I'd have to say a lot of the fun family moments that we've had are probably shared on our Disneyland trips. We do have a lot of fun with those. Almost every Disneyland trip we go to, we have a lot of fun with those. I'm a Spider MXN asks, when you were a kid, did you want to be on YouTube? If not, what did you want to be? Well, when I was a kid, YouTube wasn't around. YouTube didn't come out, I think, until like 2006 or something like that, or 2000, I don't remember the exact year. But what I wanted to be as a kid, honestly, I wanted to be a cop and a garbage truck driver. Clopez asks, when are you doing the next episode of Pixie and Bear Bulldog Adventure? Probably I'll be doing more of them this summer. because like right now there's really not a whole lot going on with them. So what I've been doing is I've been doing the bark box unboxing every month when I get those. Those are kind of helping to kind of show how the dogs are doing and hopefully kind of quench the thirst for those videos there. Annie Amanda asks, what's your favorite holiday? Can be more than one. Halloween and Christmas are my two. I love Halloween. I love decorating the house and going all out for Halloween. And Christmas just because it's just that time when you get to, you know, stay inside. It's snowing outside depending where you live, you know, and just having the presents and the gifts, and just for me watching my kids open up the gifts and all the stuff that I've picked out for them. Blake Kerrigan asks, Bear, what is your favorite food/drink? My favorite food is something called pasta alla vodka is my new favorite. It's a like a cream cheese filled ravioli looking thing with like this really like spicy sauce all over it. Oh, it's a die for. And what's my favorite drink? I love the it's called horchata. It's a Latino drink or Mexican drink. Latino Mexican, same thing I guess, but it's a you get them at like Mexican restaurants. It's like a rice and milk and cinnamon. Oh, I can't get enough of that stuff. TreeX35 asks, will we ever meet you in person? How and where? Absolutely. As more time comes on, I'd like to start doing meet and greets in certain states. Conventions are the best way to meet me right now. I go to the PAX Primes, the PAX South, the PAX East, any of those gaming conventions. I go to all of those. So if you guys know when those are coming, you guys can just Google them for the year, and those are the best place to meet me as I go to all of those. Ramon Brito asks, Bereghost, I have a question. Do you love your dogs and love doing BarkBox with your dogs? I absolutely love my dogs. They're like my other children, and I absolutely love doing BarkBox. I think that's a really good way to record the dogs, showing them all the cool little toys and treats that they get in BarkBox, and to share it with you guys, the community. Mike Hull asks, I'm your #1 fan and I love your vids. I subscribed on 3 accounts. Dude, you're awesome! That is really cool. I love watching your family playing games, and you, my favorite video as well. They're all my favorite. My question is, how do you have time for all the gaming and YouTube? Also, you and Tyler are my favorite to watch. You both are very funny. How do I have time? I tell you, it's very challenging. Doing YouTube and recording all the videos that we do does take a lot of time. You figure I spend all day every day recording videos, editing them, building the thumbnails, creating everything, getting everybody together to record. It's a very challenging task, but we do it for you guys. We have a lot of fun doing it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So thank you for being my #1 fan and subscribing on 3 channels. That's freaking awesome. 13 Lazing. Hold on. It's bees. Blazing Banana, what do you think about haters? I actually answered this a little while ago, but haters don't bother me. I mean, like I said, I'd rather them attack me. You know, it's when they start getting really nasty and personal with the kids and that sort of stuff, that's when they just get banned from the channel. But people that hate on me, whatever, it's water under the bridge. It's, you know, if they don't like me, the best thing they can do is just don't click on the videos and don't watch them. I mean, that's the best way to not support them. It doesn't bother me at all. Haters, they're going to be out there no matter what you do. You can be the best singer on the planet, you can sound the best, you can dance the best, but there's always going to be those people that are like, oh god, this kid annoys the heck out of me. Or, oh my gosh, she sounds so freaking terrible. Or, I cannot stand this guy's commentary on YouTube. It's always going to be something. Somebody's going to find something that they don't like about it, and they're going to just nitpick them. It is what it is. It's part of the internet. Mustache asks, why do you like green? I don't know why I like green. I just enjoy the colors. I mean, everything that I've got is green. My mouse pads, my shirt colors, my backpacks, my keyboards. I just absolutely love the color green. I really honestly have no other explanation for it than green is awesome. Looks like Reggie the Gamer asks, Bear, what do you use to record? By the way, you are the best. I had to say it because he added like 15 B's and E's and S's and T's. What do I use to record? I currently use Fraps for recording my regular videos, and then I use Adobe Audition in a separate screen so I can record the audio separately. I record the video separately with Fraps, and and then I put them into Adobe Premiere, and then I line them all up and do all the editing that way. But I currently use Fraps for recording because it's the easiest. It does make large files, but I save them to a 2 terabyte external hard drive anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just dump all my files to that, combine them all, edit them, and upload them for you guys. Channel asks, why do you never stay on one game? Because I love GTA 5 FGM Crew and you just moved on. We still play GTA 5. We don't like staying on one game because I think people would get bored if we only played just one game, so we like playing a variety of different things. I think it kind of keeps people coming, and it kind of keeps a wide variety of people coming into the channel. Riley Hessian, did you see my questions and what I said? Because if you didn't, it's okay, but said it in the next video. Please, thank you. Your family is funny, beautiful, nice, pretty, wonderful, and amazing. Tell your family, be who you are, and being nice makes you cool. Well, thank you so much. I'm sorry if I missed that last video. It is very difficult for me to get to all the questions, as there are a lot of them, but I'm sorry if I missed the last video. Katie Atkinson asks, hey Bear, I've asked this a few times, so it might be that you haven't seen it or you're ignoring it. If so, sorry if this is annoying, but what was Tyler's reaction to Brianna being bored? I've actually never seen that question, Katie, so I do apologize. This is the first time I've seen it. And what was Tyler's reaction to Brianna being born? Well, he was only 5 years old at the time when she was born, and his reaction, he was completely stoked about it. Obviously, he wasn't in the room, but he was completely excited about it. I think we even have some old baby pictures of him holding, little Brianna when she was brand new, but he was really excited about it. Now that he's 16 and she's 11, and they're constantly fighting with each other, I'm sure, he's probably not too excited about it anymore. Night the Gamer, Bear Ghost. Hey, Bear, I was on one of your streams on Twitch, and if you remember me, by the way, you guys are awesome, but here's my question. Do you watch WWE? And if you do, who is your favorite wrestler? Mine is John Cena. Sorry this is long, I'm just wondering. I'm a big fan, man. Keep up the good work. I used to watch WWE like all the time. And back then, way back then, The Undertaker was my favorite wrestler. But if I have to say now, I'd have to say I agree with you, man. John Cena rocks. Not only is he freaking ripped, but he's also a really good guy. He's got that little reality show with him and his wife. And what is it, the Divas show, or I don't remember. My wife watches it, but it's John Cena and his wife and all this other stuff. But I think John Cena's a really cool dude. He's down to earth. He's good with his fans. He's just an all-around good guy. Chris Ferris, Bear Ghost. Hey, dude, a question from Britain. Do you watch other YouTubers on YouTube? If so, who? Great question. Honestly, I'd have to say there are a few other YouTubers I do watch. I wouldn't say like religiously, like I go to their channels and watch them, but I do watch Linus Tech Tips. I enjoy his commentary. I enjoy the work he puts in, because he puts out videos on gaming monitors. He puts them out on SSDs, RAM, headsets. That's where I got a lot of my headsets, was watching his reviews. Linus Tech Tips is a really good one that I watch. I actually just stumbled across Jacksepticeye not even a week or two ago. A lot of people are like, how did you not know who he was? Dude, do you not realize how many YouTubers are out there that there's so many of them. He's actually pretty funny. I know my son watches like Vanos Gaming. He loves him. Let's see. I think that's really only a handful of people that I'll stumble across. I surf YouTube all the time and come across videos and stuff like that, but I really don't watch people like religiously though. I'm just so busy. Chris Campbell. Hey Bear Girls, first off, great channel. I enjoy all your videos, but my favorite is Mad Murder with the FGN Crew. My question is, what is your favorite part about being a father, and is you and Pixie Dust relationship as funny off camera as it is on camera? What is my favorite part about being a father? Just being a father. I mean, honestly, there's nothing but there's the best feeling in the world knowing that you have, these wonderful children that depend on you, that need you, that come to you for advice, that come and seek your approval on everything. That's the best part about being a father, it's my ability to support and provide for my family. And And is our relationship as funny off camera as it is on camera? It's actually, I think, more funny off camera, to be honest with you. I could tell you, I think we're a little more inappropriate in our vocabulary and the stuff we do as a family. But there are so many times we're in the middle of restaurants and all four of us are just laughing hysterically, and yeah, we have a lot of fun off camera. I think it's actually, we're more fun off camera than we are on camera, just because we can be ourselves, we can say whatever we want, and don't have to worry about offending anybody. But I'd have to say that, yeah, we're probably just as funny. Irving Kuo asks, what happened to your dog Lexi? That's my mother's dog, actually. She's not mine, so that's why, or what happened to her. She's still around, just at my mother's house. Maddie Skylight asks, hey Bear, there is something I need to ask you. How did Tixie get #blockhead? Please put this in your vid. It would mean the world to me. She got blockhead because her head in Roblox is square. So I kept calling her Blockhead, and I would stand on her Blockhead in videos and go, Blockhead, let me stand on you, let me mount on you, and she'd be like, no, and she'd run away. I'm like, come here, Blockhead, and I would start teasing her because she had a Blockhead, and then it just exploded just because I called her Blockhead one day. It literally exploded with the whole #Blockhead thing, and that's really all it was. That's kind of how it happened. The last question we're gonna do is by Everything Extreme. Bear, are you planning to have another kid? Unfortunately, no, because my wife, Tixie, Pixie, Miranda, whatever you guys want to call her, she no longer carries the, I don't know how to word this other than the female parts, you know, the internal stuff that females need to create another human being. She no longer has that. She had surgery years ago that actually had that sort of stuff removed. And yeah, so she no longer physically can never have another kid again. But honestly, I couldn't ask for anything more. I absolutely love the two kids we've got. I've got a boy and I've got a girl. I've got one of each, just like I have dogs. I have a boy and a girl. That's it. I am perfectly content and happy. I don't think I can have 4 or 5 or 6 kids like some people do. We almost had 3. Brianna, my daughter, when she was born, the doctor came over and he's like, hey, Mike, come check this out. Do you have a minute? And I'm like, well, yeah, dude, I'm just standing here watching my kid be born. What's up? And, you know, the little, I don't want to be too gross, but, you know, the little placenta, the stuff that the babies come in. Brianna was born, you know, in that, and then he actually opened up another half of it, and there was a whole nother bag that didn't develop. There was a baby that just never developed, so he says she was actually going to be a twin. So we would have had 2 Snapples running around the house, but the other one didn't develop at the time. So, and roughly a few years, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years after that is when Pixie had the surgery. So we no longer can physically have babies again, but I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm done changing them diapers. So we are going to wrap this episode up here. Thank you guys so much for your support. I can't thank you guys enough. Honestly, it means the world to me that you guys put forth this effort. And I promise, Scout's honor, solemnly swear, cross my heart, and hope to die that I will make a P.O. box for all of you guys that want to send me fan mail, packages, letters, presents, or even a nice flower, because I'll take it. I will make a P.O. box for you guys. Thank you guys so much for your port. For your port? Like a boat port? Or support? Thank you for your support, nonetheless. I love you guys all. You guys mean the world to me. Now, remember, in this video, if you've watched this far, in the comments below, this is where you're going to ask all of your questions for next week's Friday Q&A with Bear. Today is the 22nd, so the next one's going to be on the 29th of this month. So remember, guys, leave all of your comments, all of your questions down below. We'll pick as many as we can. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for all your support, and thank you for watching Friday's Q&A with Bear. We'll see you then.